There are 62 new items releasing. Like, do we see these? They're looking good. How many years of jail time does Alphalete get? I love it so much. I'm loving Alphalete in their full-length top era. These are a big no. Do feel like these are a bit of a flaw. Combination of the Amplifies and the Revival leggings. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're doing a review of the Alphalete birthday sale drop. I believe this is their 10th birthday, and this may be the biggest Alphalete drop we've ever seen. It feels like a year's worth of activewear in literally one drop. So Alphalete said, we are turning things around in 2025. I feel like last year was definitely a bit of a slow year for them, and I really think this launch is a sign that we are headed in the right direction. There's a little bit of everything for everyone in this launch. We have aura pieces. We have those 3-piece sets I was talking about really wanting this year in my best activewear of 2024. We have new Tenacity, we have high-rise, we have mid-rise options, we have Amplify contour, and we have Revive leggings, aka the Revival leggings. Revived. We have some basics and we have some velour loungewear as well. So literally so many things. So I hope you brought some snacks because this video is gonna be a long one. And in addition to launching all of these new pieces, it is also their 10th birthday sale. And if you thought Black Friday was big, they are trying to make this even bigger, which is actually insane. They definitely cleared out a lot of inventory for Black Friday, but there's still a lot left. And every single new piece that will be launching will be 20% off. And then you can use my code Kathryn for an additional 10% off. There will also be a 30 to 50% off bucket, 60 to 80% off. And for the first time ever, there's also a sale category of everything that is under $10. And there will be 42 styles in that under $10 range. So I will pop back on with some more sale top picks for each of these buckets because I know that's helpful for you guys. And I know a lot of you guys shopped the Black Friday sale. And while I would say most of you guys had a good experience, I definitely got a good amount of DMs and comments from you guys having to wait a long time for your orders. And I did bring this up to them because obviously I love Alphalete pieces and I don't want you guys to have a negative experience ordering from them. Not only did I actually go out to Alphalete in December to have a quick photo shoot, I was literally there for a day because I was like, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. But I did get to have a really nice, genuine conversation with the team, and they really know that last year was a struggle and they're really trying to turn things around. This was after Black Friday too. But I also reached out again now that we're closer to the sale to see if they had anything in place to make this sale go a little bit smoother. And I actually got some concrete numbers. They said their fulfillment team is going to be staffed around the clock, and they're going to be ensuring that 30,000 units are going to be shipped daily compared to Black Friday when only 15 to 20,000 were being shipped daily. They said to let you guys know to expect a 10 to 15 day shipping time frame, but they're really going to try to make it shorter. In my experience, ordering from their birthday sale has always been more smooth than Black Friday just because everyone is having Black Friday sales, but no one's really having a sale in February like Alphalete is. So they really tried to guarantee to me that there will be a night and day difference. And talking with them and seeing all of the changes they're making this year, I really think they're going to make it happen. So. Okay, just a quick 5-minute sale roundup. I'm going to put all of the prices of everything on the screen, so feel free to screenshot that. I also recommend checking out the website in advance to see what stock is left because they're not restocking anything for the sale, so whatever you see, that's what you're gonna get. Not everything is available in every size, but there actually still is quite a bit of inventory left. And honestly, I just spent 20 minutes trying to come up with my sale top picks, but this sale is like twice as good as the Black Friday sale, and that sale was insane. Alphalete is literally trying to get rid of everything on their website so that they can start fresh. There are so many pieces for under $10 and even more pieces for under $20. Like, the deals are insane. So first of all, I'll put these screenshots up for the $10 pieces. You have a couple seamless bras in there, some crops. I definitely recommend any of the Amplify shorts, leggings. There's some Amplify contour in there as well. I love the Stratus long sleeve tops. I'll also link my Black Friday review down below because it's still pretty relevant, just the deals are even better. Then you have the 60 to 80% off bucket, in which a lot of things are still under $10. There are even some things for $5. You have some Amplify bras for $9, more Amplify shorts for $8.64. These are all prices with my code Kathryn included. Stratus bras, $9. I recommend those. Revival bras, love those, $8.64. More Stratus long sleeve crops, $7.92. Amplify contour bras, again, we have some new ones launching today, but the old colors are $14. There's even some Allure bodysuits for $25. Those are mostly only available in like the extra small to large, extra large range. Or a 5-inch shorts, again, tried some today. The old colors are going to be $15. More crop tees for $12. Then we have the 30 to 50% off bucket. So that's going to be a lot of things that are kind of more recent in the last few months of last year, but not this launch. You have all the Amplify Gravity that just launched last year, more Aura flared pants, the Celeste bras. I get the C to D cup one. I like that one a lot as well. We're looking at a lot of $20 to $30 items here. Some baby tees for $20. The Trek cargo and sweatpants, I really liked those. You do have to size up in the sweatpants though. $39, not an insane deal, but it's still pretty good. And then everything launching today will be 20% off. I don't think Alphalete is going to do another sale like this for a long time. I honestly didn't expect there to be as much stock as there was after Black Friday. So now I really feel like it's the last chance to be getting these insane prices on things. Let me know if you have any specific item questions down below, and I will be spending some time at the end of this week replying to everyone's comments. Anyways, the sale and the launch will be happening on Saturday, February 22nd at 12 p.m. Central Time. And as always, you can use code Kathryn for an additional 10% off of everything. Every single piece on the website will already be on sale, including the new pieces. They'll be 20% off, but you can use my code for an additional 10%. So it is time to get into the pieces because there are 62 new items releasing and 240 styles across colorways. That's insane. All right, we're going to be separating everything by fabric because we have a couple core fabrics that there will be pieces in, and we are going to be starting with Tenacity. So we've seen the Tenacity fabric a couple times now. This is going to be their most velvety soft brushed legging, but now that I've had Tenacity for multiple launches, have worn and washed, I haven't had any pilling or durability issues. So Tenacity is personally my favorite of the non-seamless Alphalete fabrics. With the Tenacity pieces though, we tend to get more mid-rise and short glute friendly options. So compared to Aura that we'll see later, my long torso girlies, my high rise lovers, you'll probably prefer Aura. If you like a lower rise and a slightly shorter seam in the back, you're gonna like Tenacity a little bit more. Here's a close-up of the Tenacity fabric. It's just ultra brushed and velvety feeling. It is so soft. All right, we have a couple returning Tenacity pieces before we get into the new Tenacity items. So these are all old colors. We have the Everyday Core leggings. So these do, in my opinion, run a full size small. I wear a medium on these and they still have compression, so I absolutely would recommend sizing up. These are made of that ultra soft Tenacity fabric that has good stretch to it. The inseam is 27.25 inches, so I actually find them to be pretty tall girl friendly. They are about a mid to high rise. I do show a little bit of belly button on these, so if you prefer a slightly shorter rise on your leggings, again, you may like the Tenacity pieces. They have a slight V dip down in the front, no front seam, extended crotch gusset, and then they do have a top band around 3/4 of the waistband, starting at kind of this front hip bone area. Then in the back, we have the Tonal branded logo, slightly V contoured seams, and then you have this subtle scrunch. I'm transitioning from calling this a hidden scrunch to a subtle scrunch because a hidden scrunch is just that elastic up the back rise, but this actually has some more scrunched fabric going on. But when you get it on, you don't actually see any of the scrunching. These are about a medium compression, but still have a lot of stretch and movement to them, and a medium to high on the booty scale. They are very flattering in the back. You do have a seam that goes down the side, but it has a nice little contour detail to it to kind of give your curves a little shape. I want to love these leggings because I love the fabric, but personally I could do without the little top band, and I wish they were just a little bit higher rise, but that's all very much personal preference. The Everyday Core short will be back as well. We have reviewed these on the channel before, but I didn't realize they were making this change. But previously they were a 4.5 inch inseam. They will now be a 5 inch inseam. They probably would still be a little bit too short for me because of that scrunch in the back tends to take up a little fabric, but just letting you guys know these are going to be a 1/2 inch longer. Same exact structure on the top as the Everyday Core leggings. We have that slight V waistband, no top band in this little front area, but we do get a top band along the back and the sides. Extended gusset, no front seam, hidden scrunch in the back, about a medium compression, medium to high on the booty scale. Super cute little shorts, but just a little too short for me, and the waistband is a little too short as well. These again are like a mid to high rise, similar to the leggings. Another repeat Tenacity piece, we have the Tenacity Olivia Sculpt Bra. I did not get this one this time because I just don't love this bra. It's not great coverage. This is definitely for my smaller cup size girlies. You have this wide scooping squared neckline. They did move the straps out a little bit in the last launch, and I believe they should be the same. You have this tank strap design, scooping in the back as well. You do have removable cups as well as a little dart detail up the bust. Low to medium coverage, low support. I do just kind of fall out of this one off the bottom and out the top. So again, For my smaller cup size girlies, I wouldn't recommend sizing up in this one because whenever I've sized up in this one, I just fall out of it more because it's just too wide to hold everything in. We have the Tenacity Wrap leggings. I got these in a size medium because I tend to size up in my Tenacity pieces. I will say for this legging, I don't think it's necessary, but we'll get into that with the try on. We have that Tenacity fabric. We have a wrap waist with a slight V in the waistband. The Tenacity pieces all have these nice extended crotch gusset. I feel like they do a really nice job of preventing camel, but also just giving that kind of elegant look. I actually love an extended gusset. I wish more brands would do it. Slight V seams in the back, so it has a subtle scrunch. These are a 27.25 inch inseam. And a couple quick comparisons if we had to compare this to the Buff Bunny Candid cross waist. The Buff Bunny is slightly higher rise and the waistband is wider as well. Buff Bunny is made of the butter fabric, ultra thin and stretchy and not as durable as the Tenacity. Buff Bunny also has no side seam and no band along the top. And Buff Bunny has a true hidden scrunch, just an elastic up the back rise, compared to Alphalete that actually has a little bit more of the subtle scrunch going on. Compared to the everyday core leggings, these basically have the exact same structure. They have that contoured side seam. They have that top band 3/4 around the waist, and they have a very similar rise. These just run a little bit bigger than the everyday core leggings. So let's try these on. These are a medium to high rise because they're high at the sides, like they hit my natural waist, but in the front it does dip down. So about a mid to high, no front seam, and this is the medium. I definitely think these run a tiny bit small, but these just don't run quite as small as the everyday core leggings. So I do think I could wear a small in these. You could stick true to size if you like some compression, but size up if you want maybe a little bit longer of a rise and a little lighter compression. Right now I'm getting about maybe light to medium compression in these. I also have noticed recently I get zero camel toe in like any Alphalete legging, and I have been having this issue quite a bit in Buff Bunny and Petula. So really glad that whatever they're doing, even though the rise is lower, no camel problems. The front part of the wrap waist does not have a band. The band starts right around here, so you do have a little elastic at the top there. I wish it wasn't there. I don't really think it helps that much, but it is there. We have a little side curve seam detail, and then in the back you have that subtle scrunch. You can see now that it's on, it does kind of stretch out and you don't get the actual scrunching of the fabric. The seams sit right at my hip bones. I'd say these are more medium to shorter glute friendly. And then even though it's a subtle scrunch, it just kind of gives a little bit of glute separation without being super wedgy. Like it's really not uncomfortable. Then you will get a little bit of cellulite coverage because this fabric is a little bit on the thicker side. This fabric is definitely on the warmer side as well. So I don't think this would be an ideal summer legging. And then we have the full length view. I'm actually really liking these a lot. I wish the top band wasn't there, and I do wish they were slightly higher rise, but I still feel like they're actually very flattering and they performed really well in the gym. The next new Tenacity leggings are the Tenacity Dip Back leggings. We already know how the Buff Bunny Poshnit V-back leggings went. It wasn't good. So I have not tried these on yet, but my hopes are kind of low. So these in the front follow a very similar shape to the everyday core leggings. They have that subtle V-dip waistband, kind of a shorter waistband as well. This one is also about mid to high rise. No front seam, extended gusset. The side seam on these is actually straight up and down as opposed to the everyday core that has that curve to it. And then in the back, you do have a dip down. These aren't a super dramatic V in the back, which for me, I feel like it should just be more of a V so that it looks intentional. I feel like this is going to look very unintentional. We have that subtle scrunch in the back as well. They also moved the logo placement to be at the front right because they couldn't have it in the middle of the back. These definitely line up more size-wise to the everyday core leggings, so I did size up to a medium in these as well. And they have just a tiny bit of a higher rise than the everyday core leggings just in the front. Compared to the Buff Bunny Poshnit V-back leggings, the Buff Bunnies have no top band where the Tenacity has a top band just in the back. The fabrics are both very similar though. I'd say Poshnit and Tenacity are very similar fabrics. If you like one, you'll love the other. Buff Bunny has a slightly higher back rise. The dip back for the Buff Bunny is more of a V rather than the Alphalete is just kind of a subtle scoop. And the Buff Bunny's just had an elastic up the back rise, whereas Alphalete is more of that subtle scrunch effect. The Buff Bunnies gave me raging camel, like so bad. So we'll see how the Alphalete ones go. Let's try these on. All right, as expected, these are a big no. First of all, I just feel like all dip back leggings look just a little bit weird in the front because they just go up a little bit higher and then they start the dip back like a little too soon. So it just looks a little strange. This is a mid to high rise. I wish they went up just a half an inch more. No top band in the front half. It starts at the side as opposed to the everyday core leggings and the wrap waist. It starts a little bit more anterior. We've got slight V-dipped waistband, no front seam, and this is the size medium. I really don't think I have a lot of extra fabric. Again, if you really prefer a lot of compression, you probably could stick with small. So compared to the Buff Bunny leggings, I'm not getting any camel, so that's good. The side seam is straight up and down. I prefer the curved side seam of the everyday core leggings. And then the dip back. One more thing I don't like about these, in this purple noir color specifically, the seams are just a little bit too contrasting for me, and it just looks kind of cheap. The Purple Rain, the color matches exactly, and that just looks a lot more high-end to me, so I really don't like how contrasty that is. It just makes it look a little shiny. And then we have the dip back. I am just not here for the dip back trend. I don't like how it really doesn't even look like an intentional dip back, but it just kind of looks like they're ill-fitting. The scrunch also stands out more on this one because of that contrast stitching. So again, one more thing I don't like. I don't think it's unflattering on the glutes, but I just don't really like what's going on back here. You do get a little cellulite coverage like all the Tenacity. And then the worst part, when I got these on, I literally, if you squat, my underwear is showing. Like, you can easily see my underwear, and this is not something I ever saw on the Buff Bunny Posh Knit V-back leggings, so these are even lower. You have to be careful about which underwear you're gonna wear. You definitely need like a super low rise underwear or even going commando. Full length view, the length is good. I had a feeling I was not gonna like these, and I truly do not like these at all. So the Tenacity Allure Bodysuit is back as well. I named this my best bodysuit of 2024. I did decide to size up to a medium this time. I usually get a small, but all the Tenacity pieces, like a lot of them run just a little bit small. So I thought I would size up to a medium this time. I'll do a side-by-side comparison. I just think it's gonna be a little nicer on my torso and not really cut into my back. The small could compress my back a little bit. So anyways, the Tenacity Allure Bodysuit, this is a full-length flared leg jumpsuit. It has this kind of boat neck with cap sleeves. Not only do we have removable cups, but there is also an under bust elastic to actually give you that support. The back is also this elegant scoop. It just like really shows off the back gains. It is so flattering. You have these flattering V-seam details in the back, just a straight seam up the back, no scrunch or anything. They do have a little waist defining seam as well that just kind of breaks up the front of the bodysuit. No front seam, extended gusset. And these are a flare leg. It's not a super dramatic flare, but it doesn't cling to my calves. And unfortunately, this is the one drawback of these leggings. They only come in a 34-inch inseam. I really would like to see them come in multiple inseam lengths so that my short girlies have something as well. Fortunately, it works for me. I love a 34-inch inseam. We have reviewed these before, so just a couple other notes. Full coverage on the top, low to medium support. It is long torso friendly and large bust friendly as well. And overall compression, like light to medium in the legs and then medium in the torso for me. All right, this is the medium in the bodysuit, and I prefer the small. I like when my bodysuits are really compressive in the waist area. And I should have known that when sizing up. I don't know why, I was silly. But I just get too much like gaping around the armpit area. Not enough like lifting in the bust area. Just a little bit of laxity in this midsection area where I prefer it to be a little bit more fitted and snatching. It does fit well in the back, but I almost still get that little cutting in area that I sized up for, just because there is a little tiny band along the top of this back scoop area, which honestly didn't bother me too much. I just wanted to see if a medium would help, and I'm just not liking how the medium is fitting. So I still think if you're in between, I would size up. Now on to probably my favorite Tenacity piece of the entire launch. We have the Everyday Core Sports Bra. This bra is probably my favorite Alphalete bra they've done in a while. I think this is a flattering, large bust friendly bra. We'll see when it's on, but it's so cute. Tenacity fabric. We have an under bust elastic band, just a subtle scooping neckline with adjustable spaghetti straps. The straps do twist in the back. There is a little dart detail on the bust. The way that this just shapes my girls makes them flattering, and I did not spill out of this at the gym at all. I will be buying this sports bra in the white color because I know it's just going to be one of my go-to sports bras. So let's try it on. This bra is just, this is what I'm talking about when we want like a cute strappy bra with just a little bit more coverage. This is a size small, perfect size on me. The elastic band sits nicely under my bust. You have that little dart detail. It's scooping and it's a nice medium coverage, but without really a lot of side boob and no spillage. I'm not spilling out of it, which is just so hard to find. And I just feel like it kind of like scoops the girls into place, super flattering, and just like gives me some lift. Like I love everything this is doing. If you're in between sizes, you really could go either way. And then in the back, these are pretty thin spaghetti straps, but they are nice and elasticized. And then they are adjustable as well. And then you just have that band along the back. This one's super comfortable. The support is low to medium, so it's not crazy. But for any of my gym workouts, I'm definitely going to be reaching for this one because I'm not falling out of it. This is definitely a top pick. The last Tenacity piece, we have the Tenacity Peekaboo long sleeve top. So this is made of the Tenacity light fabric, so it's still the same fabric composition as Tenacity, but it's a slightly thinner knit of the fabric just so it's not too heavy for layering. It still has that Tenacity feel though. Here is an up close of that Tenacity light, very high stretch, but still has that brushed feel. This is a crew neck. It's a long sleeve with thumb holes, and it has the tiniest little peekaboo detail in the front. Pairs perfectly with the Everyday Core sports bra. You can see this is a waist length top, so it hits right at my natural waist where my belly button is. If I was wearing just a straight across legging instead of these wrap waist, then it would be a perfect meet and greet length. I'm loving Alphalete's shift away from just itty bitty crops to more waist length or even full length tops. We don't even really have a crop in this collection that's not like also a bra. Fit is true to size. It's body skimming, just the tiniest bit of looseness right at the bottom of the waist for me. Personally, I wouldn't size down though. We have a crew neckline, and then we have the little peekaboo detail. So you can kind of see where that Everyday Core bra lies right underneath it. You can even kind of pull this down a little bit more to show a little bit more of a peekaboo, but it's a very small little cutout. Full length sleeves with thumb holes as well. I love that this material is a little bit more lightweight. And the back is very plain. All right, we are moving on to our Aura pieces. So Aura has been a collection that's been around with Alphalete for like 2 years now, so you guys should be familiar. But Aura is another soft brushed fabric that's similar to Tenacity, but it doesn't have the same like velvety finish. I'd say it's not quite as soft. I'd say it's just a little bit more on the lightweight side. If Tenacity is more of a fall winter legging, this is more of a spring summer legging. Here's the Aura fabric up close. It still has that soft brushed feel, but just a little bit more lightweight. The Aura bottoms also have a true high to ultra high rise, and the seams on the glutes in the back are a lot longer as well. So if you prefer higher rises and longer seams in the back, the Aura is going to be for you. So we have some returning Aura pieces and then also some new Aura pieces. Starting out with the returning, we have the Aura leggings. I will pop on and do a full review of these because it's been a while, but we have a wider waistband compared to the Tenacity pieces. No top bands in these at all. No front seam as well, and we have that extended crotch gusset. The Aura pieces have slightly different seams. They're almost a little bit elevated. They're not like the kind of interlock seam that like poke into you. They don't poke in on the inside, but they're just a little bit more raised. We have that contouring side seam. We have a 28-inch inseam, and then in the back you have these flattering curved seams around the glutes. I think this may be new to the Aura, but we now have tonal silicone cursive word mark logos. So all of the Aura pieces are going to have a little cursive Alphalete, super subtle. It's all tonal in the branding. All right, here are the Aura leggings. These ones are very true to size. They are kind of a low to medium compression, but they just have a lot of really good hold to them. Like they just hug the body really well. They grip onto you and they don't move. So I really like that about these. They never slide down for me. The rise, I measured on the size small, 9.5 inches. So these are kind of between a high and an ultra high rise, which makes sense because normally a 9-inch rise is a high on me and 10 inches ultra high. So it's kind of right in the middle. Hits right at the natural waist in the front, but it does go up a little bit in the back. I never get any camel on these, very comfortable in the front. And the little contour detail comes up in the front as well. Just has like a nice little subtle enhancement. And then the back, we have those seams that curve around the glutes. These are longer back rise seams, so a little bit more long glute friendly. I still find them very flattering on the glutes because they just hug all your curves. So it's solid medium to high on the booty scale, but there's no scrunch or anything, so you're not really getting a ton of glute separation, but you can see we're still getting a little bit. A little bit of cellulite coverage. I'd say like moderately cellulite friendly because these are a little bit brushed, but you're not going to get as much coverage as the seamless or the Tenacity. We have a 28-inch inseam, which is hard to find in activewear brands these days. So these are a full length on me. These are definitely a really good tall girl friendly legging. Got the high rise, we have the longer back seam, the long inseam. These do attract a little bit of pepper and lint like the Tenacity, but nothing crazy. And yeah, I feel like the Aura is very underrated. Like this outfit together with a jacket, say no more. We also have the Aura 5-inch shorts that are returning. So these are the same exact structure on the top as the Aura leggings, except they are in short form. The inseam is 5 inches. Personally, I actually am totally okay wearing these to the gym. I don't really get rolling on them. And the thigh seam is super, super stretchy, so they are thick thigh friendly as well. Also, how cute is this poise color? Let's try it on. All right, here we are with the Aura 5-inch shorts, exactly the same as the leggings, solid light to medium compression, good hugging material, high to ultra high rise, flattering side seam, medium to high on the booty scale, super thick thigh friendly. I feel like this is even stretchier than it has been in the past. And then we have that 5-inch inseam. I could do an extra inch longer, it would just be a little bit better, but I am generally okay with these at the gym. Shorts rolling is very much a personal thing in terms of length. For me, these are very much borderline, but generally I am okay with this length. So yeah, I like these a lot. The pink is so cute. And then, you guys, I don't know if you've seen these yet, but we have Aura Capris. I told you guys, Capris, we're gonna be seeing them in 2025, and here we go. So how many years of jail time does Alphalete get for launching a Capri? How many years? And how many years do I get for actually asking for them? I had to try them for you guys, but I'll be honest with you guys, I saw some people wearing these and they looked really cute. And then I tried to put these on. I fully intended on wearing this to my solid core class the other day, and I literally tried them on and I had to completely change my outfit. I just refused. I couldn't do it. And I'm so mad at myself. I could have gotten the poise color in a full length legging, and I asked for the Capris. I love this pink so much, and now I'm just like probably never gonna wear these. These are a 21-inch inseam capri. We'll see how they are on the big calves. I'm a great tester for capris because capris rarely ever work for me and my giant size calves. The top structure is exactly the same as the Aura leggings and the Aura shorts, just the length is the difference. So, all right, you guys, here we are with the Aura capris. It's giving little lad who likes berries and cream. The pink fools me into thinking I love these, but I just don't. My calves, I see people with small calves saying they can't wear capris because their calves are small. I'm like, what are you talking about? Capris are made for people with small calves because this literally cuts off in the middle of my calves and then squeezes them. It actually doesn't squeeze them too badly because this fabric is so stretchy, but they're still just not quite working for me. Top of the leggings exactly the same as the full length Aura leggings. So light to medium compression, medium to high booty scale, high, ultra high rise. Love everything going on at the top. So these are like a mid calf length capri. And I'd just like to set the record straight. I haven't always been a capri hater. When I was dancing in college, I almost exclusively wore capris, and they were almost always mid calf capris. So in terms of thick calf friendliness, I would say these actually are not too bad. I definitely have a little bit of compression at the bottom, but they're not really digging in too badly. So I do think I can wear these. Will I wear them? Probably not. Let me know what you guys think about the capris. Slightly bummed to see the Aura Strappy Bra. This one's just so itty bitty. We have seen it before. Why did I ask for it? I don't know. I like the Aura Longline Strappy Bra. That one is so much better. But anyways, we'll just do a quick chat about this one. Made of the Aura fabric. I'm loving this tea rose color. So pretty. I should have gotten it in another one of the tops. We have a scooping neckline, thin little spaghetti straps, and the straps are adjustable in the back. You have 2 little straps in the back as well. You do have removable cups, this cute little under bust curve. There is a little tiny seam at the bottom, but I do fall out of the top and the bottom and the sides of this one. Low coverage and low support. And you do have the Alphalete wordmark logo in the front here. So while she's cute, I would have liked to see an additional Aura like sports bra instead of a top that has just a little more coverage for the girls. So a couple more new Aura tops. We have the Aura Reya top, and this one I really like. So we have this wide scooping neckline and we have these cap sleeves. It looks like it's gonna fall off your shoulders, but it doesn't. I did a whole workout in this and it never fell off, which I was kind of impressed by. Unfortunately, this one is just a double lining of the Aura fabric. I would have liked to see some removable cups in here, but there's no removable cup. There's no room for cups either. The back, you actually could probably wear this reversed. I'll try it on both ways, but the back has this cute little wrap detail, super open in the back as well. All right, we have the Aura Reya top. So this one is true to size and it's double thickness. So it does have some pretty good hold, even though there isn't a built-in bra. I really would have liked to have a little underbust support for that. So we have that really wide neckline, but like I said, I wore this to the gym, been wearing it, and the sleeves are not falling down, even though I really feel like they should. They just have not fallen down on me. I'd say about a medium to full coverage. You do get get a little bit of scooping, but I'm not falling out, and obviously full side boob coverage. This is a cropped length. And then in the back, you have that really nice wrap detail. Shows off the back a little bit as well. If you're in between sizes, I probably would size down for a little bit more compression. There's not really a lot of areas that could dig into you, so you're probably safe sizing down. But let me see if I can try this on reversed. All right, here's with the wrap in the front. It's not super comfortable on me because this does just kind of cut right along the bust area. So it definitely can be done. You get this nice little inverted V shape on the waistline, and then the back, I'd say, looks pretty normal. Personally, I won't be wearing it this way. The coverage is a lot lower and just kind of squishing me in weird ways, but it can be done. It is double thickness along the back as well. And the last of the Aura tops and bras, we have the Aura Lilly tank. This is a halter built-in bra crop. We have a slightly scooping neckline with this elastic halter strap. The back is very seamless and plain, and this one is very similar in structure on the inside to the Allure bodysuit. You have removable cups and you have an underbust elastic, but it's not a fully separate shelf liner. I still do get support out of this. It's just not completely separate. All right, here it is. I actually really like this top. First of all, the coverage. I would say full coverage, but tiniest bit of scooping. So it's medium to full, leaning towards full. We even have pretty good side boob coverage. That underbust elastic sits nice and flat, right where it needs to be, and it's actually giving pretty good support. You know what? This is a medium support. I'm really impressed. I like how thick and flat the strap is, so it sits nice and flat around my neck, so it really doesn't cut in. This one I would say is large cup size friendly. We have kind of a mid-length crop. It's not ultra cropped, but it's definitely not like waist length or anything. And then in the back, just very simple, kind of scoops around the lats. I think this one could definitely be lifestyle or definitely a gym top as well. I kind of wish this was a sports bra instead of a top, because if it was a top, I'd like it to be full length, but this one does fit really well. Very true to size. If you're in between, you could really go either way. And then Alphalete really said we are doing a throwback launch with the Aura Foldover flares. I feel like I've tried a couple foldover leggings recently and it's pretty mixed. I could definitely be on board. These ones just are a little bit low on the rise. So no front seam, extended gusset. You do have that traditional Aura side seam with a little curve to it, but in the back, you have the subtle scrunch that all of the Tenacity pieces have, and the other Aura pieces do not have any scrunch. So you get a little bit more flattering action on the glutes in the back. Unfortunately, again, one inseam. 33 inches. You really can't launch flares without multiple inseams. I really would have liked to see at least 2 inseams, preferably 3. Alphalete, this is my formal request for multiple lengths of the flares. Anything that's not a traditional tight legging just needs multiple lengths. All right, here are the Aura foldover flares without being folded over. And it's actually like pretty fitted in this way. So if you wanted to wear these as a maternity legging, I think that would actually be a great use for these. So you can see on me, these are just an ultra high rise, just showing some of the details. No front seam. We have that Aura contoured side seam, and then we have that little hidden scrunch in the back. And how you're supposed to wear these is folded over. And if we fold it over kind of where I would want to wear them, at the small of my waist, it's not quite folded over enough. So these really are a mid-rise legging, which I know I was kind of expecting this in 2025, but I wasn't expecting it so soon. In some ways I'm like, yes. And in other ways I'm like, I feel exposed, like I'm not used to this. So yeah, these are just a little bit lower than I would like. We have that logo on the bottom right here. It stays in place pretty well. And then here's the back with the fold over. It goes just right over the glutes. So in terms of Aura, which is normally more long torso, long glute friendly, these are a little bit more short torso, slightly shorter glute friendly. That subtle scrunch just defines the glutes a little bit, medium to high on the booty scale, moderate cellulite coverage. And then these are a 33-inch inseam, and that should be long enough for me, but they're kind of just floating up a little bit higher than I would like. I do really like the flare shape on these though. I think it's a little bit more flared than some of Alphalete's other flares, and they are thick calf friendly, but they do kind of flare at the knee. So they're a little bit more of a relaxed flare compared to like a Buff Bunny flare, which is a little bit more fitted at the knee. And lastly, these ones are fitting a little bit more on the larger side. So if you're in between, I would size down, and I'm getting a light compression. I actually could see these bottoms with this top. I'm actually just gonna pop that on real quick because that would kind of solve the like exposed skin issue. Okay, we have the full length top on, and this I would wear. I'm wearing the crop underneath it, so it's giving like a weird line, but this I actually like, I'd wear this like going grocery shopping, out running errands. I might even wear it this week. So I'm loving that they have the longer tops to go with this mid-rise. And now for my favorite Aura piece maybe my favorite piece launching in this entire launch. You guys know what I wanted this year was 3-piece activewear sets. So I wanted like a legging, a sports bra, and a jacket, a legging, a sports bra, and a top. And Alphalete did that multiple times today. First of all, they did it with the Tenacity Everyday Core Sports Bra, any of the Tenacity leggings, and then the Peekaboo top, 3-piece set. We're getting it with Seamless later on, and then we're getting it with Aura. You can do any of the Aura tops, any of the Aura leggings with an Aura Sculpt Bra, a little 1, 2, 3. You look so put together. I got the lace because it's just going to go with so many things for the purpose of this review. But anyways, we have the Aura Sculpt Jacket. First of all, we have this really nice neckline that if you don't like when the collars come up a little bit too high, this one kind of stays a little bit away from your neck. Full zipper, and the zipper is a locking zipper, which is perfect for this type of jacket. So I'll show you when it's on. We have these hidden zippered pockets. Zippered pockets are one of my absolute requirements for a workout jacket. We have thumb holes, no cuffins, but I'm glad to at least see the thumb holes. It's a nice hip length. And then even the back, I just really love like the little seam going on, the shape. All right, you guys, this jacket, this outfit combo, we have the poise, the tea rose, and the lace all together in like a creamy pink mix. I love it so much. If I had to choose again, I would get the Poise Aura leggings. I would get the tea rose Reya top, and then I would stick with this jacket, and that would just be chef's kiss. Anyways, here's the jacket unzipped really quick. You can just see kind of how it hangs here. And this is kind of a BBL fit, so you are gonna get that kind of waist snatching, which lately I have just been all about the waist snatching. I'm like, give me tighter tops. I don't want any loose tops. I want them tight. So the length is perfect on these. You can see it just overlaps a little bit with my Aura waistband. It's a high hip length, so you're not really showing skin. This is just what I call the perfect length for a jacket. I know it's only February, but my feelings are so strong about this jacket. I bet it's going to be my top jacket of 2025. So notice the zipper on this jacket. When it's in the out position, it just kind of goes up and down, and it can easily be opened. But once you zip it where you want it to go, you can flip it down, and then it completely locks into place. So you get the perfect like snatching fit, but still flattering up at the top. It literally just like lifts you up. True to size, if you want an even more compressive fit at the bottom, just because I do have a tiny bit of looseness, you could size down. But if you're someone who likes to wear maybe like a long sleeve under this or something, I would size up. We have that nice little Aura style stand-up stitch that goes down the arm. We do have the thumb holes here. Very soft fabric. I love how hidden the zippers are, but then they're still big enough to fit a full phone. Logo at the bottom left here, and then the back, you have a little panel along there, but very simple. And then if we zip it all the way up, I just like how the neckline, it's almost like a little mock neck, but just kind of comes down a little bit at the front here, a little bit different. Okay, I'm done raving about this jacket. This is like my #1 pick of the whole launch. I love it so much. Peach would like everyone to know that she's feeling much better, and she's also feeling a little bit feisty. She's running on her wheel today and everything. This outfit is just giving peach colors, isn't it, baby? And lastly, we have the Aura headbands. Made of the Aura fabric, they just have the Alphalete cursive wordmark logo in the tonal branding. They do slightly taper at the back. I've been wearing a lot of headbands recently because I've been loving them on my runs. They just keep my ears a little bit warm. When it's not too chilly outside, just a perfect way to really feel cohesive with your outfit with a little matching headband. All right, next category, we'll be getting into Seamless, Amplify, all of that. So starting off with some returning pieces, we have the Amplify Contour Bra. Everything is made of the same seamless composition, but the Amplify Contour does feel a little bit different than the Revive leggings that we'll see. So the Amplify Contour feels a little bit softer and stretchier. Scooped neckline and a ribbed seamless waistband. We have a racer back with a little cutout. We do have the vinyl Alphalete logo in the back. Removable cups, and let's try this one on. Amplify Contour Bra, we've seen her before. Secure bottom band, medium coverage. It's quite scooping. I can fall out a little bit, but it's never been an issue for me at the gym. I still do reach for this bra quite a bit. Pretty good side boob coverage. Support is a low to medium, and then racer back with that little cutout back there. Very comfortable seamless bra. Seamless just doesn't have a ton of compression or support to it, but this is one of my more reliable seamless bras, I would say. I do wear my white one pretty often, which is how you know it's a good one if I want to wear it and pair it with a lot of the bottoms. True to size, but if you're in between and you want a little bit more compression, you definitely could size down. This color though does have a little bit more compression than usual for Amplify Contour bras. The Amplify Contour leggings are back. I will just try these on quickly for you guys, but these are unchanged. Personally, I love the Amplify contour. I love how they feel. They're the stretchiest version of Alphalete Seamless, and I love a soft, stretchy seamless. We have a 3-tiered ribbed waistband. We have that classic scrunch in the back, and then what makes these the Amplify contour is that on the Amplify contour leggings, you have this little waffle knit detail down the side. Some people hate this waffle knit detail. I haven't had any issues with it, but I would recommend being careful when you're getting it on, especially if you have nails. You're definitely more prone to getting a hole in this. Again, I've had my Amplify contours for like 2+ years now, and I still haven't had any issues. You have this very subtle contour detail that goes slightly under the glutes, just kind of amps up the glutes a little bit, but it's not compression or anything. Embroidered Alphalete logo. And then I will say the one thing that they've been doing lately that I cannot get behind is that they've been putting the tearaway tag right above the scrunch in the back, and wherever they put the tearaway tag, there's a little extra seam. So you get this ugly seam right in the middle of the back, right above the scrunch. They used to put it at the side, and I feel like I didn't notice it. I don't like when it's right here. And I feel like, yes, I could probably go through and remove the stitches myself, but realistically, I don't want to do that to every pair of my leggings. So, all right, here are my Amplify contour leggings. I love the contours. They will always be a top pick for me. These still have that classic high to almost ultra high fit, high compression 3-tiered waistband, seamless in the front, and then we get that waffle detail. Just kind of adds a little bit of interest. And there's this very subtle contour detail that just barely scoops around the glutes. It's not a compressive area, so it's not going to squeeze you in any weird ways. It's just going to give you a little bit of contour. Overall, about a medium compression, even though darker colors can have a little bit more compression, and I feel like these are slightly more compressive than like the very first Amplify contours, they still have that softer Amplify contour fit. Very minimal marl and basically everything Alphalete's doing these days. Still high on the booty scale. We got that scrunch that sits nicely between the cheeks. You do get a little bit of cellulite coverage in these because there's a little ribbed paneling that goes down the thigh. And then these have a lot of vertical stretch to them, so I can get a full length, and you have some more waffle knit detailing kind of down the inside of the calf there. So the Amplify contours, always a top pick for me. I love how these fit, especially if you like a higher rise on your seamless. Amplify contour shorts are back, and these are also unchanged. Very similar structure on the top to the Amplify contour legging, but the rest of them is not very similar to the Amplify contour leggings. So we have that, again, soft, stretchier, seamless material, classic Amplify scrunch in the back. These are a 5-inch inseam short. People ride or die for these shorts. I personally don't reach for these that much simply because of the length, but I know people absolutely love these. Like, they're like a #1 pick. If they were 6 inches, I would feel that way, but the 5 for me in seamless scrunch things just tends to get a little bit too short. Are super flattering on the glutes though. They have that little ribbed area that kind of curves around and under the glutes. And then they have a slightly different kind of knit area at the side that just adds a little bit of interest, but it's not as in your face as the waffle detail that the leggings have. So let's try these on. It's been a while since I've tried these on. These are feeling a little bit snug. We have that high-rise waistband, compressive waistband as well. In my true size, these are a little bit snug. So if you're in between, you want a little bit more room for the thighs or the waist, I would be sizing up. I think I actually have gotten mediums in the past in these shorts. We have a little detailing along the side of the leg here, and then another little detail that just kind of scoops right under the glutes there. You have that signature Amplify scrunch, high on the booty scale, and you can see I'm definitely getting some cutting in on the thighs here that I feel like I didn't always get in these. But again, I don't really wear Amplify contour shorts very much, so I would size up if you do have thicker thighs. Overall, I'm getting like a medium to high compression in certain areas in these. Personally, I don't love these shorts. I know a lot of people do, but I just like my shorts a little bit longer. Glass tanks are back as well. Like I was saying, Alphalete is doing the little 3-piece set that I love. You can get Amplify contour leggings or shorts, contour sports bra, and then the glass tank. So I didn't get any new glass tanks, but we just saw these in the December launch. They're made of a lightweight, stretchy, seamless material. You have this square neckline. It is a more low-cut top. So for most of your sports bras, you probably will see a little peep of the sports bra. Personally, I don't mind it too much. It's not as bad as the ice tank. The ice tank was like a stringer. This one fits a little bit better. The straps are not quite as long. True to size, this is a hip length top, so it's not full length. It does go just over the hips a little bit. It has a little compressed area at the side to really snatch the waist, and then it's a racer back. Next, we have a first. we have the Amplify Flare leggings. This is crazy. I never thought we would see an Amplify flare. So very similar in structure to regular Amplify leggings. We have the 3-tiered waistband. The rise measurement is pretty similar to what Amplify's have been, but we'll see where these hit me when it's on. But we have that 3-tiered waistband, classic Amplify material, embroidered logo, scrunch in the back. These do look like they're going to be kind of a typical Alphalete flare. Like Buff Bunny has a very dramatic bell-bottom flare. Alphalete tends to be a little bit more of just like almost like a boot cut flare. Again, unfortunately, only one length in these. They're listed as a 34-inch inseam. I measured 34.5. Scrunch seamless tends to just shorten up, so these should be a good length on me, but again, we need more lengths for the short girlies. I wouldn't say these are very similar to the Buff Bunny seamless flares, but just one comparison I wanted to make was the way that they made it a flare. Buff Bunny around the knee area, maybe slightly above, they added a triangle shaped piece of fabric called a godet to make the seamless into a flare shape. Alphalete added a piece of fabric that goes all the way up to the gusset, so it's a slightly different way that they made the seamless a flare. Let's try these on. All right, you guys, Amplify flare leggings. It's like they made these for me because the length is perfect, and that just never happens when there's only one length. Anyways, these are a high-rise classic Amplify fit. They're a little bit more compressive feeling than the Amplify contours, but the rise is about the same. It just goes a hair above the natural waist, covers the belly button completely. So this is for my classic Amplify high-rise girlies. 3-tiered ultra compressive waistband. Overall compression is about a medium. These fit perfectly, true to size. If you're in between, size up. You have that little panel down the side that the classic Amplifies have, and then we have our Amplify scrunch, high on the booty scale, embroidered waistband, and then let's see the flare. Okay, here she is. I'm just begging for multiple inseams. I just don't understand the whole one inseam flare thing. But for my tall girlies, we're in luck. The flare on these is a moderate flare, kind of a boot cut fit. It does flare right around the knee. I slightly prefer a below knee flare, and these are thick, calf friendly as well. So again, these were made for me. I'm going to need more colors. I've never worn a flare legging to the gym, but I see people wear flare leggings to the gym. And for me, flare leggings are not gym leggings. Maybe I'm gonna have to try because people seem to be doing it. Let me know if you guys wear flare leggings to the gym. But yeah, the length on these is hitting the ground without shoes. So with a shoe, going to be perfect. They're definitely on the long side though. And the whole look together with the push tank, so cute. We have a new tank. This is the push tank, made of that same seamless fabric. This is going to be a little meet and greet length seamless top. I really hope this one works for me because if it does, I feel like I'm gonna love her. Scooped neckline, spaghetti strap. The straps are adjustable in the back. You have that little side snatching area that the glass tank has. Then you have this little contoured compressive under bust area. And if we flip it inside out, this is a full shelf lined top. So there are no removable cups or any room for removable cups. I would have liked that, but I'm glad to at least see the full shelf lining with a slightly thickened ribbed underbust elastic area to provide some support. So, and lastly, we have the Alphalete vinyl logo in the back. All right, here we are with the push tank. I want to love it, but there is quite a bit of spillage. So first of all, love the fit of it. Finally top that's actually like snug in my normal size. So true to size. If you're in between and you want it really, really snug, size down. If you want a little more room for the girls, size up. Speaking of the girls, it just like is pretty itty bitty up here. Definitely not for my larger cup size girlies. I'm kind of bummed because I thought I was actually gonna really like this one, but we're getting quite a bit of side boob, quite a bit of scooping, and just in general, falling out of this one. So I would say that this is low to medium coverage on the top. The support is also going to be pretty low. You have that little under bust contour detail that sits nicely under the bust. It has a little bit of compression too, so it kind of shapes the area. So I love the concept of this. Just would like to see a little bit more coverage on top. We have these nice straps that are adjustable. And then the back is really nice and scooping. It's got that nice meet and greet waist length. On me, if I lift my arms up, we're definitely showing some skin, but I would say it's still mostly covered. Slightly longer than a normal crop, but not full length. And again, there is a built-in shelf liner, but there are no cup pads, so nippage could definitely still be a problem. Here's one more view of the back. And you guys, I never thought I would see the day, but we have the Alphalete Revive leggings. So I think one of my first, my very first Alphalete piece I ever purchased. I actually bought this during an Alphalete birthday sale probably like 6 years ago, like so long ago. These are the Revival R6 leggings. And before Amplifies, these are what put Alphalete on the map. These were like the most iconic seamless leggings. These were the Revival leggings. Now we have the Revive leggings, which are a combination of the Amplifies and the Revival leggings. And they're Alphalete's first attempt at some under glute compression, which we know can be kind of risky. We have the seamless 3-tiered waistband that the Amplifies are known for, but it's a more textured rib. So the ribbing is a lot more prominent on these. The seamless feel feels very similar to the Amplifies that we got in the December 12 Days of Christmas launch. Kind of a little more stiff, compressive seamless compared to the Amplify Contour that's just really soft and stretchy. Still not like a Gymshark seamless or anything, but just a little bit more compression than Amplify Contour. And then we have the classic Revival panel detail along the front. It is a little bit smaller than the traditional Revivals. And then in the back, we get some of our details here. There is a slightly more prominent little widow's peak detail above the scrunch. We have the Amplify scrunch. And then we have this compressed area that goes under the glute from the inner thigh. But this is going to provide a little bit of under glute compression, and then you have some more panel detailing down the leg. First, let's do a comparison between the Amplifies and the Revive leggings. So this is the closest legging you're going to get. Similar compressive fabric, similar rise height. The Amplifies just have a more simple design. All of the little added details that the Revive leggings have, the Amplifies do not have. And then I have a more recent pair of the Alphalete Revival leggings to compare to the Revive leggings. So the Revival leggings have a much higher rise. The waistband is also just one thickness. It doesn't have multiple tiers. Revival leggings always had a front seam, although it was like the best front seam ever. It never caused me any problems. The Revival panel detailing is a little bit wider and more spread out. The Revivals do not have a scrunch. And this was actually one of my favorite things about the Revival leggings is that they had this panel detailing in the back of the thigh. It added a little bit more compression in that area, a little bit more hold, a little cellulite coverage, just by making it part of the design. And I actually would have really liked to see that in the Revive leggings because that was like one of my favorite things about the Revival leggings. So we do have a slightly different back design in these Revive leggings. So anyways, let's try these on. All right, here we are with the Revive leggings. I wish I didn't get this color because I have basically this color in the updated Amplify leggings, but so very similar rise to the updated Amplify. It is hitting me right around the belly button. So I want to say high rise, but it's just like the tiniest bit lower. We have that compressive ribbed 3-tier waistband, a little bit different than classic Amplify. Because these sit a little bit lower, they let the waistband out a little bit. So because I don't really have gaping, it's just not like super snatching on the waist like the Amplify Contour. My Amplify Contour are for my girlies who like a true high rise and more of a medium compression and snatching waist. The Revives are better if you like something a little bit lower and you like more overall medium to high compression throughout the legging with a little targeted compression in there as well. I think these fit perfectly in the small. I would stick with your normal Amplify size. No front seam, and we can see some of that panel detailing along the front here. Then we have some contour details along the side, and then the back is where things get exciting. We have the classic Amplify scrunch, very slight difference right up here. Then you get a little targeted compression panel that's like a little triangle from the inner thighs that just goes right there, that just kind of lifts the glutes a little bit, but not enough to like squeeze you in uncomfortable ways. I didn't really have to move this to get into the right position. As soon as I put these on, it just felt like it was in the right space. So I think this is going to work on a lot of different glute lengths. Again, it's very subtle, just gives you a little bit of lifting under the glutes. The Amplify Contour had a little panel that comes around the side like that, but it wasn't compressive. This one does have a little compression. So definitely high on the booty scale, super flattering. I do think these provide a little bit of cellulite coverage, not as much as the original Revival leggings though. And then the only thing I'll say about the compressive panel, I feel like when I really sit back into my glutes, it does create a little crease down there. It's subtle. I would definitely prefer if it wasn't there, but it's not as bad as like some of the double butts you get in like shapewear leggings. Overall density of the fabric feels very similar to the most recent Amplify drop. So they are definitely a little bit more on the compressive side. Full length view, these have good vertical stretch. So I'm basically getting a full length out of them. And yeah, I really like having the option of the Amplify Contour versus the Revive leggings just for different looks, different rise heights and everything. But I'm definitely loving how these fit, how these look, and I'm excited to see them come back. Then we have Revive shorts. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these because they're basically the Revive leggings in short form. Everything is the same except for the length essentially. These are a 5-inch inseam short. Anyways, let's try these on. Okay, hello. I'm popping on with a comparison of the Revive shorts versus the contour shorts because they were both supposed to be 5 inches, but this is why I measure all my own inseams. I'm actually getting a 6-inch inseam on the Revives. The design seam still says they're 5 inches, but they fit significantly longer than the contour shorts. So if the contour shorts have been too short for you, the Revive shorts are so much better for me. Wore them to the gym and they did not roll on me, which is so rare. I love these so much. Okay, usually I'm not a shorts girl, but I actually might like these more than the leggings. And that is really saying something. First of all, the length on these is just really better than expected. I measured them, but these are just fitting me so much better than the Amplify contour shorts. Overall, the fabric has more compression to it, but it doesn't just squeeze at the thighs like I feel like the contour shorts were doing a little bit. So overall, I'm actually getting a solid medium to high compression out of these. The waistband has compression as well, but it's not too overwhelming. You have that ribbed 3-tiered waistband. This one is hitting right at the small of my waist, so perfect high rise. I'm actually really impressed with these and very glad that I got a pair because sometimes I don't get the 5-inch shorts, but I just feel like, do we see these? They're looking good. And good compression on the thighs, but again, not squeezing. Like I don't feel like I'm getting really sausage. We have the little paneling detail down there. I definitely find these true to size. They were a little snug to get on, but once they're on, they're perfect. If you're in between, you could probably size up. Then we have some little contour details along the side and the back. We have that scrunch. Then we have that slight under glute compression that I just feel like is lifting the glutes subtly, but it's not giving double butt shapewear legging. We've reviewed a lot of shapewear leggings on the channel, the Lilly Sculpt Seamless, Buff Bunny Miracle Seamless, Just to the Gymshark Lifting Seamless. And this I feel like adds just a teeny bit of lift and compression without being so restricting that it gives you like a double butt moment. So high on the booty scale for sure. It's kind of hard to see that compression area, but it's just like right at the inner thigh going slightly under the glutes. I'll wear these to the gym tomorrow, hopefully. I just don't really wear shorts during the winter very much. That's why I haven't worn these yet, but now that I've tried them on, I definitely like them. But I do feel like where these are hitting me lengthwise, I shouldn't have any rolling issues at the gym. Okay, final category, we have layering pieces and lounge pieces. So let's start off with the velour lounge sets. There's lounge pants and the jacket. So let's start with the zip hoodie. So I got the velour zip hoodie in a size small. Again, with the 90s, 2000s nostalgia. Listen, I loved a velour lounge set. My mom and I were always hitting up Nordstrom Rack to find the Juicy Couture velour lounge sets on sale, and I wore them all the time. So I was super excited to see these back. Unfortunately, I do feel like these are a bit of a flop. We'll get into it. The jacket itself is not bad. So the velour is made of a polyester spandex. It has that kind of shiny velour feel and it does have some stretch to it. So here it is up close. We have a full hood, a full zip with this kind of like blingy Alphalete zipper. The zipper is gold. We have 2 front pockets here and it's kind of a hip length fit. So let's try this one on. It's giving Regina George's mom. I wish I loved this set because I love the dusty blue and it's so soft, but it's just not giving what I wanted it to give. So here's the jacket open. The sleeves are full length, kind of a slightly relaxed fit, and you do have that little elastic piece similar to the elastic of the waistband on the cuffs here. We have a little hoodie as well, and then let's zip her up. So you see we have that little Alphalete zipper here. This feels similar to the lounge set we saw in the 12 Days of Christmas that was made of the fleece, but in velour form, except I feel like that one just did it a little bit better. Now that this is zipped, it's hitting more waist length, so I would have liked it to just be a little bit longer. We do have little front pockets here. I just think I would like a simpler zipper. I get what they were trying to do with this because the old velour sweatsuits definitely had like very over-the-top branding and little things like this, but I just feel like I would have preferred something a little simpler. The fit is overall true to size, but I could see it getting a little bit snug in the waist area because they have one of those elastics again down there, so definitely be careful of the waist area if you don't want it squeezing. Maybe even size up. Then we have the back with a little hood. If we had better bottoms, I think I would maybe be on board with the top, but because the whole set for me is just not it, I just can't get on board with the top either. The velour is really soft though, and it just has that cute little like shine to it. And then we have the velour pants made of that same material, and these just aren't doing it for me. First of all, the waistband is just a piece of elastic covered with the velour fabric, and this kind of waistband just really doesn't sit right on anyone. And you can see it's just too stiff compared to how flowy the base of the pant is. We have a gold bar sewn on logo here. These are kind of a lower rise than I was expecting. I just love the classic Juicy Couture velour pants that have a more like yoga style waistband with a little drawstring. I would have loved to see a drawstring. And I don't know if it's typical for these not to have any pockets, but there aren't any pockets. We also only have one length. These are a flared leg, and I measured the inseam to be 31 inches. So these are floods on me. I can't really wear them and not look, you know, weird. And the shape just is not doing it for me on these. So, all right, here we are with the velour bottoms. So with the way that this waistband is, it wants to sit at kind of a mid to high rise, but I think it really needs to be like a mid-rise in order for the front seam not to cause any problems. Having pants like this with a front seam is not unusual. In fact, brands almost never do a no front seam relaxed pant like this because it's just not really necessary. But the front seam on these is definitely wanting to cause some problems. So I don't think I'm alone in that. So for my girlies that struggle with camel toe sometimes, just be aware I am kind of getting that issue here. The waistband definitely just sits nicely along my waist. So true to size, but if you're in between, I would be sizing up. It's a snug fit along the glutes and the thighs and then flares away around the knees. And then like we talked about, these only come in one length and it's a 31-inch inseam and it's giving floods. So unfortunately these just look kind of silly on me, but they are a flare leg, not just like a wide straight leg sweatpants. So they do have a cute little flare to them. They flare right around the knee. And yeah, I just would have loved to see some pockets, a different style waistband, just something more. These, honestly, the construction of these overall does feel a little bit cheap. The elastic waistband just isn't really giving high quality. Next, we have a new line from the women's. These are the women's basics tops. These are all made of an 85% polyamide, 15% spandex, and it's kind of giving Skims basics, if you will. So a lot of these are full length tanks. The material is this thin, kind of sleek performance, ultra stretchy material. Although it is thin, they did double layer the pieces, at least in the front half, so that they still have some good thickness and support to them. And a lot of them are full length as well. So this is the basics tank. I did size down to an extra small in a few of these pieces, so I'll make sure to give my sizing recommendations when they're on. But when it comes to these ultra stretchy tops, I just prefer them to be tight. So we have a scoop neck, we have a tank sleeve, we have this kind of contoured seam at the side here. This is a full length top, and the tank is double layered in the front, but single layered in the back. All right, here we are with the tank. And I don't know why I don't see these really as gym tops. I'm just wearing a normal underwear bra under this, but I think you absolutely could wear these to the gym. They have that ultra lightweight, ultra sleek and stretchy fit that very much reminds me of Skims. Compared to something like the Pumi Amazon tops that I love, I feel like this should be a little bit more durable and shouldn't pill. Hasn't happened to a lot of my Pumi tops, but occasionally I do get some pilling on them because they do have a slight brushed layer to them. This is not brushed, it has a sleek performance feel. Because of that, some of the other colors can appear a little bit shiny, so just be aware of that. But I'm kind of loving the length of this top. So this is the extra small. Personally, I will be sizing down in all of these. I don't think this is too tight at all. It's about a mid-hip length. You can see it does go over my hips a little bit. High neck, tank sleeves. It does scoop away a little bit from the armpit so I can see my bra a little bit. Double layered in the front, and with this color, you can definitely see the transition of the double layer versus the single layer in the back. And then in the back, you probably would be able to see any darker colored bras. So I think these are a little bit more lifestyle leaning, but if you wanted to wear them to the gym, I think you absolutely could. They do feel kind of sweat wicking. So yeah, I'm loving Alphalete in their full length top era. This is exactly what I wanted in 2025. And Alphalete is doing it all right now. Thank you. Next, we have the basics open back tee. I did get this one just in my regular size small. This one is double thickness on everything except for the sleeve. We have a slight scoop neck and the back scoops. I will show this with a regular bra under it so we can see if that hides. This one's gonna be a little bit more high hip to waist length. All right, here is this one. This one is more of a, I was gonna say a high hip, but I think this is more of a waist length fit. Yeah, it goes just to the top of the legging waistband. So waist length fit, kind of that boat neck. This is the size small, and I do have a little bit of looseness going on. So personally, I would size down if you want it ultra snug. If you want it just kind of skimming the body, you definitely can stick with your normal size. I am wearing a normal bra under this one, and this is the scoop back, and it actually is not showing the bra. My bra band ends right here, so you still get that open back. I do get a little bit of the bra strap showing though. So just keep that in mind. Personally, I wouldn't be going braless in this. Even though it's double thickness in the front, It's not like the Aura where it's actually giving some compression support. The double thickness feels like it's just for the opacity. So I think you do need to wear bras under these ones. But I love the concept of these tops and definitely will be layering them over my gym pieces. Then we got the Basics tee in a size extra small. I should probably compare this to the baby tee. I think this would be better to be called the Basics baby tee because it's essentially a baby tee in this new sleek stretchier fabric. This one is also double layered in the front only and not the back. We have little cap sleeves, kind of a waist baby tee length, and no logos on any of these Basics pieces, which is great because that was my one complaint with the Alphalete baby tee. This one does have the logo front and center on the chest. The new Basics baby tee is going to be slightly shorter, but do keep in mind this one is an extra small and this is a small. All right, here's the baby tee. I think you can really see the shine or sheen, I would say, of this fabric in this navy blue color. So this is the extra small. I am glad I stuck with the extra small because it's just nice and snug in all the right places. This one is slightly above waist length, so kind of leaning towards cropped. Again, a little bit shorter than the regular Alphalete baby tee. This is double thickness front and back. Little cap sleeves, slightly scooping away crew neck, no branding, and very simple in the back. With my experience reviewing baby tees, which now I have a lot because I tried like all of them, this material is going to show sweat, but it's also going to dry really quickly. So I think this could be actually a nice gym top. There are a couple more Basics tops that I did not get. There's the Basics turtleneck and then the Basics long sleeve, and I will put images of both of those on the screen. The baby tee will be back in the formula red color. I love the Alphalete baby tee. I reviewed it multiple times. It's made of a cotton spandex, kind of a body skimming, slightly relaxed fit. It's a little bit loose at the bottom. It's that perfect length that just hits the top of your legging waistband. It has some good stretch to it, but still has a nice cotton feel. Tonal silicone branding in the center of the chest. And then Alphalete has their very first women's fit tee. So this is the women's core tee. It's a 60% cotton, 40% polyester. And instead of being a traditional unisex kind of boxy fit, it has a more slim women's shape. This is a size small. It has that classic cotton tee feel, except a little bit more lightweight than some of their heavier cotton pieces. You just have the Learn Dream Be More Alphalete, and it's a 10-year edition because this is their 10th birthday sale. Let's try it on. Okay, here is the tee. It's about a mid-hip length, and it's got that classic women's fit. So a regular small unisex tee would have a lot more of a boxy shape. This is a little bit more skimming along the bust, a little bit more tapered throughout the waist, but it still is slightly relaxed. So I would say true to size. If you have a larger bust and you don't like things to be tight on your bust, I would probably size up. Otherwise, you could kind of do whatever with the sizing. It is that cotton polyester, and it just has a little bit of give. It doesn't have any stretch. We have the graphic on the front, nothing on the back. I honestly don't love tees like this. I prefer either like a super baggy oversized tee or more of a baby tee style thing. So this probably isn't my personal choice, but if you've been waiting for a women's fit tee, we have one. And then the last piece, we have the women's ELMTS jacket. And I've had multiple Alphalete ELMTS pieces in the past, and I've always loved the jackets, and the joggers are kind of lackluster. Now we're just getting a jacket, and the style of this is just so me. I love it so much. The ELMTS fabric is a polyester rayon spandex, but it has this structure to it. It's almost like a neoprene style material. It has a little bit of squish to it. The structure just allows it to have some really cute styles. So we have this mock neckline. This is a hip length jacket, so not super cropped, which is lovely to see. Full zip, no pockets, unfortunately. I would have loved to see a pocket. We have a little drawstring to kind of cinch the waist if you prefer. And then we have this nice kind of wide sleeve. And then the back, we have the embossed Alphalete logo, just very subtle. I've been loving wearing this over my sets to the gym. The ELMTS jacket. So I just love the structure and the length of this. The ELMTS material is just so interesting because it feels kind of like a wetsuit, but it has good stretch to it. So I love that this is more of a high hip length instead of being an ultra cropped piece. You can see where it's hitting me right now, kind of overlapping with my legging waistband. If I lift my arms up, we are going to show a little bit of skin. This one is actually also a locking zipper, like the Olivia Sculpt jacket. So when it's in the out position, you can open it, and when it's in the down position, it's locked. It has a little mock collar, and I just feel like a piece like this is just like so fun and cute. I don't know why I was just immediately drawn to it. Sleeves are a good length. You have a little bit of slouchiness to them. You have that ELMTS material cuff, and then in the back you have that subtle embossed logo there. And then if you you want to kind of cinch in the sides. We have those little drawstrings, so if you wanted it to be like a little more cropped and kind of cinched at the bottom, you definitely can do that. I think I kind of like it in the looser form, but this is an option. So I would stick with your normal size, but it is a little bit oversized, so you could really go either way. There will be 2 bags launching as well that I did not get. There's the unisex mesh tote bag. They call it a mesh tote bag, but it looks pretty opaque. I guess it's just a little bit breathable. At first I thought it was just kind of like a shopping bag, but I definitely think it's more than that. It looks a little bit more refined for daily wear. It has a mesh front panel, magnetic closure at the top. It's also water resistant. And then there will also be unisex core crossbody bags made of a similar water resistant fabric to the tote bag. It has a kind of trapezoidal shape, and then there is a little mesh pocket on the inside of this one as well. There is a whole men's launch as well, so all of that will be in the description below. So I think this review is going to be a 2-day endeavor because there's just no way I'm trying on all of that stuff today. So as always, leave your comments and questions down below. This will all be launching on Saturday, February 22nd at noon Central Time. Again, all of the new pieces will be 20% off, and then you can get an additional 10% off with my code Kathryn. And then there's also a whole sale going on at the same time with $10 Amplify leggings and sales going up to 80% off. And again, they have confirmed to me that their fulfillment center is ready to pack double the amount of orders compared to Black Friday. So I'm confident the shipping times will be better. I'm going to quickly insert my top picks. Okay guys, I'm finally ready to do top picks. That I'm going to be selective. I'm just going to pick maybe a top 5. That doesn't mean I don't like the other pieces, you guys know. But off the top of my head, Allure Sculpt Jacket for sure number 1. Number 2, Everyday Core Bra. Those are pieces that I literally will be going on during the sale and buying more of myself because I just need them in the basic colors because I know those are going to be staples. When I come across a piece like that, I just know that's going to be one of my pieces that I want to just have in neutral colors that I can wear with any pair of bottoms, things like that. I feel like the Revive leggings and Revive shorts, maybe even the shorts a little bit more than the leggings. Just a fun change up for the normal Amplify. I got some features back from the original Revival leggings. I would say the Amplify flares, but without the multiple links, it's just kind of hard to put it a top pick. So that's 3. Amplify Contour, always going to be a top pick for me. I love those so much. I wore it to the gym this morning. I got so many compliments. And then I'm kind of between the Aura leggings and the Tenacity wrap leggings. I like the Tenacity fabric a little more, but I like the rise better of the Aura. So do with that what you will. But there are honestly so many great pieces. Like this is literally a year's worth of launches in one. It's actually kind of insane. I hope they never do this many again because this was absolute torture to try to put together all of this in one review. All right, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.